No one had faith in a photo disappearing app when the idea was thought of, but look how far Snapchat has come and how it's become one of the top social media apps used by millions of users all over the world. On the other hand, we have Mark Zuckerberg, who owns multiple social media apps and is always on the lookout for more. Now let's look into how a deal gone wrong turned out to be very ugly for Mark Zuckerberg. Hello guys and welcome back to our channel. Evan Spiegel and Reggie Brown were the initial founders of Snapchat, and it was in fact Reggie who came up with the brilliant idea of the disappearing photo app. But as they both lacked the technical know-how on how to build and code an app, they got hardworking Bobby Murphy on board, who worked day and night to bring the app to life. The app was first called Peekaboo, but this got them into legal trouble as there already existed a company by the same name, so the name was changed to Snapchat, which was again changed to Snap Incorporated in 2016. When the platform was up and running, it went viral amongst the teens, and that is who the company began to focus on as well. Their going viral not only garnered them fame, but also attracted heavy investments which Snapchat used to grow their team. By October 2012, 20 million photos were being sent daily on the app, and this was quite a milestone on its own considering the fact that they had released their app in 2011 only. What further boosted the fame was the video messages feature that you can now find on some other apps that are owned by Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg was very intrigued by Snapchat and got in touch with its management and offered to buy Snapchat for $3 billion while giving the founders the right to play a functional role in the company. The founders were skeptical about selling their app and didn't end up selling it, even though it could have made them multimillionaires overnight. Mark Zuckerberg was not very happy with how they turned down his deal, so he threatened to release an app called Poke, which was the clone of Snapchat. The worst part was that Mark Zuckerberg had an audience to push his product on, while Snapchat was still struggling to get users, and guess what? He actually released Poke, and it was doing pretty well. Poke was a big threat to Snapchat, but Snapchat was not willing to back down after getting heavily intimidated by Poke. Instead, they worked on introducing better features and updates to attract more users. Poke was out in the stores, however, it did well only for a short span of time. When Poke was launched, it quickly shot to #1 app in Apple's iTunes App Store, only to drop to lower ranks until it had to be removed off the store. Why didn't it do well, you ask? Well, this is because it offered nothing different than what Snapchat was offering, nor was it linked to other social media accounts. Facebook had to terminate Poke, but this whole product release gave Snapchat a substantial amount of time. Once this happened, Evan was elated and decided to make Snapchat stand out amongst the other social media apps, and hence he brought some features such as Stories, Snap Map, and so on. What's the most unique about Snapchat is that it gives users the freedom to showcase their raw self on the platform. But this also brings about a threat where one's photos may end up in the wrong's hands if their account is hacked. Such crimes have occurred in the past where minors using the platform had their accounts hacked and their photos were being misused. What made things worse was that the founders of Snapchat knew about certain issues in the security system of the app, yet they chose to ignore it. This went on until Evan himself faced a privacy breach, where the emails he had sent as a frat boy resurfaced, and it was not good for Evan's image. Amidst all of this, a bunch of hackers released 4.6 million Snapchat users' data to make a point that Snapchat's security system was weak. The FTC got involved and charged Snapchat for a weak security systems. By the year 2012, the biggest problem that Snapchat was facing was that they had gained fame, yet had no proper business model and were hence not making any money from the platform. Hence, they started to follow a trial and error method to see which of their features could be monetized. One thing that Snapchat was sure about was that they did not want to resort to making money through advertising, though they knew that's where the big bucks come from. So they ultimately tried advertising, but in a different way, that is by bringing influencers on board and testing out lenses and stories to help the users as well as Snapchat make money. Snapchat was doing great until in 2018, entrepreneur and socialite Kylie Jenner tweeted, "So, does anyone else not open Snapchat anymore, or is it just me? This is so sad." And that was a huge blow to Snapchat, which cost them to lose $1.3 billion in stock. The founders of Snapchat did not let this event lower their hopes. They did struggle for a while, but were always on their toes when it came to new features and innovations, and this got them back into the game. Speaking of innovations, Snapchat Spectacles is one of the most exquisite features at the moment, which is a concept backed by AR. It has also brought about the concept of Bitmoji, which will be a hugely challenging feature in the metaverse. Snapchat has gone through many obstacles in the past, and looking at how well it is doing now, we are sure that Mark Zuckerberg has his fair share of regrets. What are your thoughts on the founders of Snapchat not selling the company to Mark Zuckerberg? Do you think it was a smart move? Let us know in the comment section below. That's all for today. Do drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel and tap the bell icon. See you soon.